this Maven build life cycle. This has a default, clean, and site. These are different stages. And in each stage, and in default stage, we have validate, compile, test, package, integration test, verify, install, deploy. I'll be telling you what are these, okay? So now, let me tell you now. Maven build life cycle stages. First, default, clean, site. No under default, there are various phases. Okay? Phases, which are A. Compile. What the compile do? It compiles the source code. There is .java files inside the Maven project and converts to .class file and put in the target folder and copy to target folder. Okay. See, I'll just share my screen. I'm just opening the Eclipse now. I think you're able to see my screen, right? Oh, you're not able to chat. But again, I lost them. Okay. Are you able to hear me, everyone? Okay, I got some. Everyone is able to hear me, right? Okay, fine. So here what I do in the property section, I put like maven dot compiler dot source. I'll put 17 and the same I'll put here. Similarly, maven dot compiler dot target. So this also put target. Okay, now I'll just do this. Yeah, maven compiler compile. Now you see this maven compiler compile. This is a phase, compile phase, and this is a plugin. We call it as a plugin. Okay. So using maven compiler plugin, we can use mvn compiler compile to compile the .java files to .class files. Okay, and if you see, and these .class files, they are put in a target folder. I'll just click on refresh. Now see currently still when you do the build, you will get but the target folder has been created. Okay, and you'll get .class files also. But when you do the complete build, you'll see. But now it has been compiled now. Okay, it has been compiled. Okay, and what I do is here we can also add this pom.xml compiler plugin also. Okay, plugins. Even if you don't add, by default, you will get compiler plugin. But so here I'll say plugin. Next is plugin. Next I'll say group ID. org.apache.maven.plugin. Group ID, artifact ID. Artifact ID. This will be your maven compiler plugin. And then I'll say version 3.10.1. And I'll say version. Okay, this is a plugin. What are plugins is? Plugins are helpful to achieve some, Maven will use these plugins to achieve some tasks. For example, this compiler plugin, it will use to compile. Okay, so Maven will use, plugins are components where Maven will use these plugins to achieve some tasks. Example compiler plugin to compile task, to achieve compile task. So like that. Now I'll do again here. Okay. Now, yeah, when you do the complete build, you will get it. Okay. So now, so this is one thing. Next is This is compile. Next is another one is this is actually B. B is compile. But in the diagram you see yesterday, second is compile. In the default phase, first we'll see validate. Second is compile. What validate will do is, validate what it will do, it will verify whether form.xml is valid or not. Okay, whether form.xml is valid or not. Okay, it will verify that. So that is what actually this validating. Okay, next we'll see test. Okay, so this is the test one, right? C is test one. C is a test. So what test will do? It runs unit tests. Unit tests inside, which are inside the test folder. Okay, this is what test does. Next, package. What package does? See, according to diagram, validate, compile, test, package. What package does? Okay, unit test means this JUnit code. What package does? Package is the compile code into artifact like jar or var. Okay, all the compiled code will be placed in jar or var. Okay, next. What is the next one? Integration test. Integration test. What integration test does? This executes integration tests. See, unit test is a piece of code. Okay, particular piece of look like Unity. So integration test is like end to end. Okay. For example, in unit test, we say testing a particular method. Like that. In end-to-end test or integration test, what we do is testing complete Java class connecting to database. I'm just giving an example. Okay, this is an example. And we have different integration test libraries. So if we use those libraries and integrate, so Maven can do integration test also. Okay. Next. Another one is, what is the next one? Next is verify. Next, install, deploy. Next is verify. Verify. Now it will check whether the created package, okay, that is artifact, right? That is jar or var package. This is also called artifact. This is also called artifact. Is valid or not? Okay, this is what verify does. Next is install and deploy. What install does? So it installs the artifact in local repository. As I told you, right? Maven will have local and remote. So for the dependencies, it will actually get from the, for dependencies, it will get from the, first it will check in local repo. If it is not available in local repo, it will actually get from local, the remote repo. And what this install will do is, suppose Suppose you are developing, say you have an organization, or you are having some group of projects, okay, running in a machine, okay, and this machine means some laptop or system, and this has a local repo, Maven local repo. Maven local repo will be present in the system, right, as I told you. And say you developed a project, you developed a Maven project, and you want to use this as a library to other Maven projects, Okay, this Maven project, whatever you develop, has to be used in this project and also has to be used in this project. How it will use? You can use as a dependency, right? You can actually have this Maven project as a dependency in this pom.xml of these projects. Just like how you're adding dependencies of Spring libraries and all that. So for that, what you do, you use install Maven install command, and this will install in the local repo. That will install in your local repo, so that your project, this project and this project, can use this Maven project in the dependency section in pom.xml. So these two projects can use in dependency section. Okay, what will happen now? When these two projects are trying to build, they will get the dependency from local repo. In pom.xml, these two projects can use this project. Say this project is A. Can use A in dependency section, so that they'll get the dependency from local repo. Okay. So this is what actually this install will do. So installs artifact in local repository. Now, what is the next one is deploy. So what do deploy does? Deploy actually will deploy in the remote repository to remote repository. Install to local repository, deploy to remote repository. Okay. So this is how actually these are the different phases. Yes. So see, just like how for compiler plugin we have used this one, right? In pom.xml we use this compiler plugin. So for compiler plugin, this one. Okay. For running the test, we can use sure plugin. For running the test, we can use surefire plugin. Surefire plugin. Okay. So this is for running test. So Maven surefire plugin is used to run the unit test code or JUnit code. Okay. So this is how actually default. So default stage contains all these phases. Now this is your default stage. Now coming to the clean and site. These are the different things. Clean is used to clean your old projects. I mean old data. So clean is used to clean or delete old class files or old or old files. Suppose I have taken a Maven build. Maven build has generated a jar file. Now I want to do a fresh build again. Some changes happen. I want to do fresh build. I use clean, mvn clean. That will clean the old file. Okay. And clean can be used along with the install. Can be used along with install. So what it will do when I say mvn clean install, you know what it does? So first it cleans the old jar file generated and builds the, so install, what it does, install will generate. So clean will do old file generated, old jar file and all that generated, old jar files generated, and install will do the Maven compile. Okay. Install phase will do these phases. It will do Maven compile. Next, first it will validate. First it will validate pom.xml. Okay. Next, compiles the Java files, the .java files. Okay. Next, executes tests. Okay. Next, package into jar. Next, installs into local repo. All this, that means all this validate, compile, test, package, install. All, when I say install means all this will be done. So mvn clean install means first it cleans the old jar file generated. See, you generated a jar. Okay, as part of the first build. You have done some changes to your Java files. Again, you have to build a jar. So for that, you will say mvn clean install. When you say clean, first it will clean the old file generated, and then install means all these steps will take place. Okay, deploy means deploy will deploy to remote repository, your Maven central repo. Okay, example Maven central. Okay. Okay. Now we'll see the another one, which is called this part, site. We have seen default clean. Now we'll say site. Okay, what site will do is, okay, site will generate the documentation. Site will generate documentation. Okay. See, now what I'll do is, here I'll say mvn, and this mvn command should be executed only where your pom.xml is present. So mvn site :run. If I say like this, now backend, there will be a server. The site will come with a server. You have to use Maven site plugin also. Okay. Here, in order to run the site, you need to run the Maven site plugin. Maven site plugin. Okay, then I'll give here 3.8.2, something like this. Yeah, so we have to give the Maven site plugin. So now I'll run Maven site plugin. Let me do clean install first. Okay. I have to add another plugin also. Sorry, I forgot it. We should add one more plugin. Apache Maven project info reports plugin next 3.0.0. So any mistake I have done? Watch.apache.maven plugins. Sorry, this is plugins. This is also plugins. Sorry. Here S was missing actually. These two are required. So this is for your compiler plugin. This is for your site plugin. If you want to use test, you can use Surefire plugin. Once it got started, you see, localhost 8080. Now see, this is your information about, you see. So this is your project, JNU demo. Okay. You can see what are the dependencies. These are the dependencies. These are the dependencies you added in the, this is the dependency you added in the pom.xml. See, you can see a documentation. Okay, this is the dependency with this version 5.9.0 you added. JUnit Jupyter. Okay, out of these dependencies, this dependency is again internally, it is one dependency is a combination of multiple dependencies again. You just remember this diagram. What I told you. Multiple Java classes, Java class 1, Java class 2, Java class 3. This form a jar file, right? Now, multiple jar files. This form a Maven dependency. You have to remember this jar 1, jar 2, jar 3, jar 4. This form a Maven dependency. Even Maven dependency can be formed by some other Maven dependency also. Some other Maven dependency also they can form. Okay, so this Maven dependencies can be formed from this dependency also. Again, these dependencies might be created from some other jars. So this is your jar. This is your jar. This is your jar. So this is called transitive dependency. This is called transitive dependency. One Maven dependency depending on another Maven dependency. Transitive dependency. Okay, one Maven dependency depending on transitive dependency. This is called transitive dependency. Okay, and this Maven dependency is combination of these jars, right? So if you see here now in the project documentation, this dependency internally is formed from internally. Okay, this dependency contains this. Internally, this dependency contains this. So like that, okay? Now you are seeing a site documentation, complete documentation. What are the various plugins? These are the plugins we added. Some default plugins, though we don't add in pom.xml, default plugins will come. Site Surefire plugin, jar plugin, install plugin, compiler plugin. Some plugins by default it will come, though we don't add in pom.xml. So that's all about Maven. Yes. With effective POM also we can get. Yes, that's all about Maven. So with this, we completed 3 tools: JUnit, Mockito, Maven. So tomorrow onwards, we'll see SLF4J, logging library. So tomorrow onwards, we'll see this. Any questions till now? Yeah, I'll share the notes. I'll upload in the classroom notes. All right then. Deploy means it will copy to remote repository or central repository. All right then. Yeah, I'll share all the interview questions also for all these tools. Okay. So these are the tools we are going to see. So with these 3 tools are completed. So tomorrow onwards we'll see SLF4J, logging library. Okay. Then one project dependency to other project, right? The same way. How you are using this one? The same way. See, this is also one project, third-party project, JUnit project. You are using here in this project. Now, similarly, when you make this as one project, you can add the dependency in other project like this only, same. See, this Maven project you have created with particular group ID, artifact ID, version, right? Now I want to add this JUnit demo 2 in Mockito demo 1, another project. So same way how you added this. See, these are also Maven projects. Now we are going to add this project. So this group ID JUnit demo 2, JUnit demo 2. This also JUnit demo 2. Next, this is the 0.snapshot. Same thing. So I'm adding now JUnit demo to project in Mockito demo. That's all. Only the main dependency. So this project JUnit demo 2. Okay, this one. See, same thing how you're adding your third party. See, this is one Maven project, JUnit Maven project. The dependency you're adding here. The same way you can add this project also with this group ID artifacted version in another project like this. Okay. See, you will use mvn clean install, right? Use mvn clean deploy. That's all. Okay then. All right then. Tomorrow we will see. Tomorrow we will see J log4j, SLF4j. I already shared the Google Classroom link so many times. Okay. I already shared them. All right then. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Maven local jar also it will download, right? Whatever you have specified in the dependencies, it will download from the local repository. This also I told actually, right? All right then. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Thank you. I already shared a Google Classroom link. Let me share again. So several times, I think I shared it more than 10 times actually. One minute. Let me share that. Let me share this. Take this. All right then. See you tomorrow. Thank you all.